Welcome on this Thanksgiving Day as we give thanks to Sports Illustrated for this Mock the Mock. And if you don't know what Mock the Mock is, well, welcome to Mock the Mock. It's where we take a look at someone else's mock draft and I'm mocking, giving you my views, thoughts, and opinions and what's crack-a-lackin'. It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know. So go ahead, become a bro and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. And as always, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's have that nice, beautiful football discourse. This is via the Draft Bible. Not familiar with these guys, but let's see how they do in this mock. Also, as always, hey, Manscaped. You get 20% off plus free shipping when you use promo code Broshmo at checkout. If you're looking for a Christmas gift for yourself or another, they got the goods. You just got to use that promo code, baby. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. I'm hoping it's the current draft order. And it looks like it is. So let's get into it. With the first pick being Bryce Young, not much to disagree with here. Bryce Young, fabulous choices. We can see the next quarterback off the board here is CJ Stroud. But listen, if you're the Texans, you're picking quarterback. If you're picking first overall, last year may have been a different story. This year, it's not. There's two quarterbacks worth taking in the top 5. Go ahead, get your signal caller for the future. Carolina Panthers, they kind of do the same thing. There's not a quarterback on that roster that you want moving forward. Not PJ Walker, not Sam Darnold, not Baker Mayfield. No matter how bomb some of those Heisman House commercials are. So they go CJ Stroud. For most people, this is 1 and 2 or really any order. Some people can't get past the size, which is fine with Bryce Young. Or maybe you want to go with more big time play aspect of Bryce Young, and he looks more together as a processor and such. But I think right now with the current draft order, this is how you want to go 1 and 2. Now let's go to the Chicago Bears where things get more interesting, and they go with Will Anderson, and I'm fine with this. Listen, they could go Jalen Carter, which I did in my mock draft yesterday. You go Will Anderson. I don't think either is the wrong option. Both make great cases to be the top non-quarterback prospect in this class. The reason why quarterbacks are going to go first because of the positional value. It's just a different tier by itself. But yeah, no, I mean, since getting rid of Robert Quinn, and even before that, the pass rush hasn't been all that great. So adding Will Anderson, that would be straight up legit. All right, let's keep it rolling. So we got the Las Vegas Raiders. Oh man, they go with Olu Fashanu. Okay, I'm trying to look at this tweet. Okay, I don't really care too much about the tweet. I thought it was going to give us more information on why. But, I mean, this tends to make sense. I mean, I think you're still hard-pressed to pass on Jalen Carter. But Olu Fashanu has definitely haven't had this meteoric rise. He's a guy that is a first-year starter, and he just has a ton of physical tools from his length, his size, and such. A guy that's still putting together his run blocker, but is far more put together than you would expect from a first-time starter as a pass protector. So pairing him up with Colton Miller, I think is kind of legit, but I think I'd still go with Jalen Carter. But Jalen Carter doesn't have to wait long. He goes with this next pick to the Seattle Seahawks. I think they would be jumping for joy if 1, Will Anderson, or 2, Jalen Carter falls to them here at 5. Thank you, Denver Broncos, says the Seattle Seahawks. The Detroit Lions, they go Will Levis. Not necessarily against this. Like I said, Will Levis likely goes in the top 10. I think at the very least, the top 15. He's just got physical tools that you're willing to bet on, that you could maybe iron out some of the wrinkles when it comes to his decision making and how he processes the field. The Detroit Lions, moving forward with Goff, I feel like it's just not a good option. You release him, you free up a ton of cap where you could actually address the defense and get good veteran talent on there. You have another first-round pick to kind of address the defense further. So, yeah, I think it's more likely a team will go Will Levis in the top 10 rather than risk him not being there. Whoever may trade up into that, is yet to be seen, or if a team like Detroit, who's picking here at 6, thanks to the Rams, just goes ahead and pulls the trigger. The Houston Texans take Myles Murphy. Dude, he's a good player, man. I love Myles Murphy. They need pass rush, whether it's on the outside or in the interior. Myles Murphy's a guy with a ton of tools. I'm sure Lovie Smith would love a cat like this on the squad. On to pick 8, who is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They go Paris Johnson. This has been a popular mock for myself as well. As you look at Peter Skoronski, do you want to really risk your top 10 pick on a guy that might not even translate to tackle in the NFL? That's why you're probably going to see guys go or teams go with Fashanu or Paris Johnson. I think Johnson's right up there for OT1 anyway. But yeah, Steelers grab him here. Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow, this is literally like my mock, man. Quentin Johnston going here. I like it. I like getting Trevor Lawrence, another big bodied threat. You saw how much he loved that at Clemson. And if this is really going to be this year 3 is going to be your final evaluation, so to speak, of Trevor Lawrence for the most part, unless somehow he just has a banger 4th year and then you're forced into that 5th year. But you're hoping to get at least an idea of, okay, is Trevor Lawrence our franchise quarterback? Just continue to surround him with weapons and talent, and you will get that answer, and Quentin Johnson helps with that. Philadelphia Eagles go Tyree Wilson. Fully believe Tyree Wilson ends up a top 15, top 10 pick just because he moved exceptionally well for a guy that is, 6'6", 275. The production is far better than it was for a guy like Travon Walker. It's just he's not the athlete that Travon Walker was. And yeah, no, Eagles defensive line seems to be like a shoo-in for one of their picks. So yeah, good pick. The Green Bay Packers go with Jordan Addison. Packers don't draft receiver in the first round. At least that's at least from watching the draft for many years. It's just something they tend not to do. But I think Addison would be definitely a nice breath of fresh air when it comes to getting a separator, getting a guy that could actually get that separation from corners, which is sorely lacking with guys like Dubs and Watson. Though they figured out, it seems like they figured out how to properly use Watson, so that's good to see. Though I would love if the Packers were to go wide receiver. The Arizona Cardinals go Cam Smith, first corner off the board right here. Again, it's kind of this 4-way race. A lot of people are going to have a lot of different opinions, at least at this point, on who should the top corner be. It's either Christian Gonzalez, Keely Ringo, Joey Porter Jr., or Cam Smith. Cam Smith is a playmaker. This dude's a ball hawk. The teams have chosen to shy away from him, not throw the ball on his side of the field. That's why the ball production's not been as good as it has been in recent years. But I mean, I think that's all that needs to be said, man. So yeah, Cardinals, if they can't get an edge rusher, then corner's kind of the next obvious go. Really, those are both like I think the top areas you want to go in this class if you're Arizona. The Detroit Lions, this is an interesting one. Brian Branch, get a guy that can be a ultimately an upgrade from Deshaun Elliott. And immediately, if you want to retain Elliott, immediately can be a player in the slot. They really don't have a guy that's doing well there this season. So if you see him as the top player on your board, they're going to go ahead, grab that. Not against it. I'm a big fan of Brian Branch. I don't think I have him this high, though. And then the Colts take Anthony Richardson, dude. We know Irsay loves his toolsy guys, and I mean, Richardson's a toolsy guy. If you bring in a coach, they better have a plan if this is the direction you're going to go, because Anthony Richardson, he's far from a complete prospect. He's just a guy that's oozing tools, and you're hoping puts it together. You're really gonna have to have a special type of offense for a guy like Anthony Richardson if you're gonna take at least the most, or if you're gonna take advantage of him truly. And then we got Brian Brazee going to the Atlanta Falcons, pairing him up, honestly, with Grady Jarrett. Just sounds sexy. For me, he's a top 10 pick. And I think it's really good value here for the Atlanta Falcons. They could go corner as well. And we're going to go with the Los Angeles Chargers going with Broderick Jones. Wow, still no Peter Skoronski, which Broderick Jones is often like the OT4 for a lot of people in this class. But yeah, no, they basically grab a guy that I thought was better last year, filling in for Jamari Sawyer than Jamari Sawyer. I see Jamari Sawyer more as a guard anyway. So they grab Jones, play him on the right side there. Maybe if they're fortunate, I would say maybe you move on from Matt Filer, and because he wasn't that great this year before the injury. Gojo's dreaming. Then you could maybe move Sawyer there. Gojo, buddy. You were sleep talking. Keely Ringo going to Washington Commanders. Corner is a very popular pick for the Commanders in mocks, and I'll disagree with it with how this board has fallen. So yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's a good pick. New York Jets, they're going with DeJuan Jones. Let's talk about DeJuan Jones. This dude is huge. He's massive. He moves better than you'd anticipate for a guy his size. Really, I don't know if he plays himself into the first round, but he quite honestly might, man. This is what people really wanted. Oh my gosh, what was his name? The Minnesota offensive lineman Daniel Falele. There we go. What they were hoping he would be. Jones is far more complete than Falele was, or Falele. I can't remember his name anymore. That draft was in the past. But yeah, no, I mean Joe Douglas is popular for taking trench guys. I think Robert Saleh would totally be down for that. And then we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going with Joey Porter. Listen, free agency. You got two big free agents when it comes to Jameel Dean. When it comes to Sean Murphy-Bunting, I think it's very likely neither of those guys are brought back. They just can't afford it. So grabbing a Joey Porter, I think, would be clutch. I think he would do well in a Bulls defense. On to the Denver Broncos, Isaiah Foskey. Jeez Louise, dude. This is very interesting. So, school lists him at 6'5", 2'3", 3'4", outside linebacker. Is versatile, excellent athlete. Yeah, he's pretty darn good. He spends a somewhat high percentage of snaps off ball and run defense and coverage, and he is respectable in man against tight ends, even running backs. I guess. I mean, Skoronski's here. And I'm not going to lie, dude, unless I miss Skoronski, that's a bit tantalizing. Even, like, I think he deserves a shot at tackle in the NFL. So that would definitely be a thought. But Foskey's an interesting one, especially a team that already has a very good pass rush. Though you do have Randy Gregory, who is a guy that's often hurt, missed a lot of games because of injury in his career. Baron Brown's really nice. Nick Bonilla really hasn't showed too much this year in the little usage they've had from him. Jonathan Cooper's a fine rotation player. So this one's a bit interesting. Seattle Seahawks go Henry To'oTo'o. This is the first linebacker off the board, and I think it's the wrong linebacker. Henry To'oTo'o has had a tough stretch. He started the year out hot. I was really loving it, and he just hasn't really been that good since, I would say. I think there's a long way to go in terms of his processing. Seahawks, they could go linebacker here. I don't know. I think it's better served for day two. The New England Patriots, Jalen Hyatt. Oh, they get a nice vertical threat. A guy that can even create after the catch, man. He's got that ability. Going to the Patriots, getting more receiving help. I think I think that's fine. This way it keeps Jacoby Myers inside the slot. I do worry about Hyatt in his physicality. How will he be? Is he a guy that'll be able to get off the line when not offered free releases? Can he deal with the physicality of the NFL, at least throughout the route? Those are some legit questions. That's why I'm a bit hesitant when it comes to Hyatt as a first rounder. All right, the Cincinnati Bengals take Michael Mayer. Good pick, man. Hayden Hurst, he's not really going to be, he's more of a stopgap option at tight end. Mayer, very good blocker. Also, just a consistent chain mover. Just really good value here. Not against it. Let's see what else we got on here. The Buffalo Bills go Peter Skoronski, and they do list him as interior offensive line. So I assumed he falls because that's how they classified him. This would be a really good pickup for the Bills, especially if Spencer Brown can't get it together. Then you have Skoronski, who could probably play on the outside. If not, I mean, regardless, you got a guy that could play any position on your offensive line. This is a really good value pick for Buffalo. The Ravens go Jackson Smith-Njigba at Ohio State. I like this because he's a very good run blocker when it comes to the receiving position. A guy that can operate in the slot and really create after the catch. I think Baltimore would really like a guy like this. The Tennessee Titans take Osiris Torrance. Interesting. So, I mean, this is obviously going to be a upgrade over Aaron Brewer. I don't think they have a lot of faith in Dylan Radins. So Osiris Torrance, for me, is the top interior prospect in this class if we're not going to include Skoronski as an interior prospect. So I like this pick. Dallas Cowboys go Christian Gonzalez. Big fan of Gonzalez. I like pairing him up with Diggs. I think you could definitely improve over Anthony Brown and Jordan Lewis. So Gonzalez is that guy. Phenomenal athlete, as you can see. Top graded PFF corners through week 11. And you got Gonzalez there. Looking at the other names there, I mean, Clark Phillips. Mekhi Blackman, he's more of this older prospect, former transfer from Colorado. That'll probably be more of this mid to late day 3 guy. Can't really tell you much on any of the other guys for the most part, though. So, yeah. I have heard some good things about Alex Austin, though. I don't know if he's eligible. All right, the New York Giants take Kayshon Boutte. They need receiver. That makes all the sense in the world. We don't really need to talk about that much more than it is. He's a guy that can play outside. He can play inside. A guy that just creates after the catch. Love it. Dolphins forfeit their pick because they be shady. And then we got Jared Verse going to the Minnesota Vikings. I mean, you do have a very nice duo in Zadarius Smith and Danielle Hunter. Jared Verse would be a nice rotation guy immediately, though they do have DJ Wonham, who they really like. This might be more of a looking for the future type of pick because I believe Zadarius is on a 2-year deal. So, interesting pick, but good value. Cedric Tillman going to the Chiefs. I don't think the Chiefs need to go receiver. You have Patrick Mahomes, who's proved that he could be just as productive without Tyreek Hill, though they are missing that threat in Tyreek Hill, but like it's not like Tillman's going to be that guy. It's not like he's going to be that threat. So I'd rather go edge here. I'd rather go corner here. I'd rather just address the defense in general. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. With Bijan Robinson on the board, I might be willing to take Bijan just because that's a nutty player you can get at the running back position. That's just much more than just that. And then for the final pick, the Philadelphia Eagles go Bijan Robinson. Miles Sanders is a free agent after the year. This pick makes a ton of sense. Don't think he'll be here. I think he's going to go much earlier than this. But it's just a do-good pick. I mean, if he is available, it's the right pick, I think. But that's it for the video. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Hopefully you're having a good one. And hit that thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.